Welcome back to lesson 2 of our Roblox game design tutorials. This is a series of 10 episodes, and if you haven't seen episode 1, go ahead, watch episode 1, then come back again and watch the second episode. In today's lesson we're going to learn all about how to make something react, and we're also going to be adding functions. You're also going to know why they call it functions very soon. But before we even get started with today's lesson, we're going to open up Roblox Studio and let's choose the base plate for today. And more importantly, by the end of this lesson, you will understand what functions are, what events are, how touch detections work, and how Roblox can respond when a player interacts with an object. If you ask me, that's very cool. Here's a short preview of what we're going to do. Now, if you're enjoying these videos and you haven't subscribed yet, please make sure to subscribe. Every single subscriber, every single like, every single comment does help out this channel a lot, and we can keep providing even more, even bigger, even longer content just like this. So please make sure to like and subscribe for more episodes just like this. And as always, thank you for liking and subscribing. Alright, now the first step that we're going to do in this part, let's add a part. And once we've inserted the part, move the part slightly above the base plate, just a tiny bit above the base plate. So click on move and move the part just a tiny bit up. And let's make it larger. To make it bigger, click on scale and you'll see 3 different colors. Let's make it wider by clicking on the blue circle and taller by clicking on the green circle. Now inside the Explorer window, and if you have these closed, just click Explorer and Properties, you're going to see part. Right click and let's rename the part. Oops, right click. And where's rename? Did they remove it? Alright, if you can't see rename the same way I can't see rename, is you just need to click once on the part and then click it again. Just like that, you can rename the part, and let's call it touch part. This is the part that we'll be touching. Once we have clear names, it makes the projects much easier to understand, especially when you start adding more and more and more objects. You really want to rename these just to keep everything organized. Now let's right click on the part, and we're going to insert a script. So we're going to insert an object, and let's select script. You can also click plus and add a script. It's a bit faster if you do that. Let's delete the default print hello world. And before we write the full code, let's understand what we are building. When the player touches the part, Roblox will detect that touch. Roblox will then run a section of code that we create. That section of code is called a function. A function is a group of instructions that perform a specific task. I like to explain this in a way that functions are fun because they make something happen. They wouldn't be called functions if they weren't fun. And it wouldn't be fun if it doesn't make things work. It's only fun because it makes things work. You can think of a function like a small machine. When it's activated, it just makes everything work. So let's write this code over here. Local function untouched brackets print inverted commas the part was touched. This will let us know that we've actually touched the part. And over here the word local means that this function belongs to this script, and the word function tells Roblox that we are creating a new function. It's not a function that we already have, it's going to be something new. And we have called the function onTouch. This is just the name of this function. So if you want to run it again, we just call it by its name. You can also use different names for this function. It doesn't make a difference. The brackets after function, they're over there to receive information. We will add something inside those brackets very soon as well. Alright, let's give it a try. Pause the video, give it a try, click play, and open up the output window. To do that, click on script. Once you have script open, click output. Let's turn around. As soon as I touch it, and we have a huge problem over here. at this moment the function doesn't actually work. It's not running. We have created the function, but we have not connected it to anything. We have to connect this function to something. This is where the events come in. An event is something that happens inside the game. For example, this includes a player touching a part, clicking a button, joining the game, pressing a key, or even the character exploding. Those are all events. Roblox can listen for these events and run code when they happen. And it does run the code when these happen. If the event doesn't happen, it doesn't run the code. So underneath the function, let's go ahead and write this. So a few lines below, and script.parent. So this is the script, the parent is the one above it, dot touched. That means we have touched the part, connect, and the function's name, which we have called it. Write it down in the comments. What did we call the function? We called it onTouched. The word touched is the event. That's practically what's going to happen. It activates what the function will do. So we've touched it, that's the event, then the function will happen, that's the code. They all work hand in hand. Alright, let's click play, let's test it out again, and I promise you this time it's going to work. So open up the output again. There we go. This part was touched 48 times. If I keep touching it, the number just keeps going higher and higher and higher. Alright, that's super good. And I hope that you've understood functions and events to this point. If not, write down in the comments and I'll help you as well. And don't forget, you can join the Discord, which is completely for free. You can even join as a member on our YouTube channel. That is paid, and you'll have some more access as well to these courses, so more lessons, even free live streams, and the Q&As with me as well. So make sure to join the Discord. It's limited to 100 people. If you can't join the Discord, or if you want to join the channel instead, you can do that as well. Everything will be in the description. Alright, let's continue. Now, what we're going to do at this point is we're going to make it do something even cooler. So instead of just printing something, we wanted to change color, we wanted to change material, and to do this, we have to call it by the part's name. So we're going to go script.parent, that's the part, dot, the properties is coming next, which is brick color, is equal to brick color dot new, because we are going to give it a new color, and I'm going to make this red. Once I've done that, I also want to change the material. So script.parent.material is equal to enum, which we have discussed this in the first episode, so make sure to watch the first episode. Enum refers to a list, .material, .correct lava. So it's going to change to really red and correct lava as well. So that's super good. Next up is to click play and see this work as well. I'm super excited for it. So let's turn around. There it is. Correct lava. Now the problem with this is we have to anchor it. If it's not anchored, it just activates the code. So home, anchor, and let's test it out again. The problem with it was, since it wasn't anchored, the parts fall. If they fall, they touch the base plate and everything gets activated. We only want it to get activated when we touch it. So that's important to anchor it. Alright, that's working. Let's click stop. Now, this is getting a bit too complicated. And not too complicated, but we do end up wasting a lot of time. So, I'm going to create a variable, which we'll learn about variables soon as well. Local part is equal to, let's call this something simpler. Touch part is equal to script.parent. So whenever I call touch part, I'm referring to this part over here. So I don't have to write script.parent for all of these. I can just write touch part over here and even over here. Touch part dot material dot brick color. There we go. It's exactly the same, it's just much faster to write. Alright, that's all for today's video. I'll see you again next week for the next episode. I hope that you liked this video. Make sure to like and subscribe and also comment down all of your ideas. and I'll see you again in the next episode. Thank you for viewing. Make sure to join the Discord. If you want, you can join the channel as well, and I'll see you again in the next episode.